I do have a really good question to end with.
Okay.
Go ahead. I don't have a this or that, but I have a really good one that's just been brewing inside me.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm the quarterback. Okay. Just picture this. I'm the quarterback for this team. Coach, you're coaching me. All right. We're down. We're not doing very well. All right. We're going to halftime. What are you telling me as a QB that didn't have a good half?
1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's roll.
Welcome.
You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast,
the voice of your covered walkway streets. So dope.
This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse,
we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe damn.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of Saddle Up Podcast.
We don't know if it's great yet.
Well, just by the warm-up talks, it's gonna be interesting.
It's definitely gonna be interesting.
So you see that we're together, and obviously it's a special occasion.
Yeah.
So at this time, we'd like to welcome Coach Travis Bush to the episode. Coach, thank you so much for being on the show.
Welcome. Well, now that I know it's Coach Bush, it's going to be fabulous.
It is going to be fabulous.
It's going to be great.
And Coach is on his couch, and so this is a therapy session, I guess. What do you think?
For everybody. I think we all need
therapy. Coach, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good, man. Excited. Glad y'all are here, and just appreciate it. But definitely good to see y'all in person, and fired up, man. It's going to be good.
Y'all are coming off that huge announcement, the naming rights, and shout out to the Vackers. But what we really wanted to talk about and having you on the show is the great things that y'all are doing with the program, but I kind of want to talk about your time growing up in the Valley, right? Yeah. Because not everybody can come to the Valley and be accepted, so you've got to kind of know how it is. Mm-hmm. And how important does that play into you now being the helm of the first, the football program? What kind of role do you think that plays in, having that experience with the Valley?
Yeah, we'd love to hear about your journey.
Yeah.
Where did it start, man? How did it start?
Well, again, to talk about growing up down here, I did. Half Hispanic. My mom's side of the family is from Mercedes, so I grew up down here. In fact, my father coached at PSJ in the 80s. So I actually started elementary school here. So I moved down here from East Texas. So you can imagine, I learned to talk in East Texas. So you can imagine what I sound like. I lived there until I was 4 years old. So there
is a hybrid accent in there somewhere.
I learned to talk in East Texas. So I remember coming here. My mom tells me stories. I'd come home from school. People would make fun of the way I talked, and and then by the time we left here, I talked like I'm from the Valley. So people ask about my accent. I said, well, I'm half Mexican, half redneck, and play college football and was around a bunch of different people. So, but it's kind of a collection. But no, grew up. So I always spent the majority of time with that side of the family. Especially being down here and the early '80s, and then moving from there to Alice and even Gregory Portland. But still spent that time with this side of the family. So it was always to me a native of the Valley. Over the past over 40 years, so I've been able to see it grow and see everything and understand it. I've always loved it down here, and love the people, love the culture, and
the food.
The food, food. It goes back to I gained 20 pounds my first 6 months on the job last year. So it was we'd come down and visit.
Freshman 20.
I lived down here. I was like, oh man, they've got to stop. But no, so it's just been fun, and so really again the familiarity of the Valley, and then even when this started going on and hearing the rumors, heck, I'm the biggest UTRGV fan. If I wouldn't have gotten this job, I'd still be the biggest fan. I've always said for years, if at one time Pan Am and if UTRGV ever got a football program, this place would be nuts. And then they started talking about it, so I was always up in Central Texas and kind of always had an ear to the ground just as a fan, and then to have the opportunity to be a part of this is just it's just humbling and awesome, and to be able to come down here and for me really to give back, to give back to this region, this area, and just to be a part of this is just cool.
Did you play high school football here?
Where'd you play? Portland.
At Gregory Portland.
Yeah. So we after Dad took the Alice job, so we grew up in Alice in the 80s, and then went over to Gregory Portland. So again, just powerhouses. My first memories of football was down here in the Valley back when they only had one school. Every town had one school, and it was Friday night. It was Farr versus Edinburg and McAllen versus Harlingen. And it was just. So I grew up, seeing those games and the packed houses, and you leave the stadium and the winning team, they're just honking their horns as they leave the stadium. And so just.
The losing team was doing something else also.
You always listen to the 3-5 show on the way home, So, but it's just great memories, and then of course going up to Alice and that the tradition and toughness of those kids and coaches there just again sparked my passion for the game of football, and then having to be being a part of those great teams at Gregory Portland and the tradition back there in the '90s, and so it's been fun. You're blessed to be, have the experiences I've had, but. Always South Texas, man, and just South Texas football, and there's nothing like it. You can't explain it to people that haven't been around it.
What about what position did you play in high school?
Played quarterback in high school.
You're a QB.
Slot T quarterback, yeah.
I knew those. That was a connection there.
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
So anyway, let's talk about
Uncle
how many yards Uncle Jico.
Uncle Jico. Oh, here we go.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, go feed the llama.
Absolutely
Okay?
not.
Oh,
so after high school playing QB, you got recruited. You walked on. How did that journey into football? How was your journey into college football as a player?
Yeah, actually, wasn't highly recruited. The academies were the ones that recruited me. Being an option quarterback. So, but kind of always wanted to be a coach and growing up. So ended up walking on at Southwest Texas, and about the third time dropping back and not being able to see a thing, asked them to move me to receiver. So they moved me over to I ain't gonna play quarterback here. So got moved over to receiver, and was able to earn scholarship and play for 4 years. But was always a big special teams guy, and every year just kind of had to find a way to get on the field. And loved special teams, and that was kind of my role there, and so enjoyed it, and I've always loved coaching special teams. But it was good. I was able to play 4 years, and great time to be at Southwest Texas. Had a lot of fun,
So it was Southwest Texas at the time, right? And then
Texas.
before it transitioned to Texas State. Yeah.
And then when I came back it was Texas State when I came back to coach. It was kind of similar but different.
Yeah. Now this is you were used to kind of starting programs. Kind of talk about you were on the staff for UTSA, correct? When they started the football program. So what kind of similarities do you see? Like what kind of what are you? What are you leaning into?
Well, you didn't have saddle up back then.
There was no saddle up.
So you're already starting on the.
Yeah, that's the biggest advantage right now.
Oh yeah, sure is.
But even going back to going to TCU in 01 when Patterson it was his first 3 years, and looking at TCU then, and they were just starting to kind of get to bowl games and win, and was able to kind of see what that did to the university, to the recognition of the university and the missions, and when you start winning, you have a football program that's winning, and in bowl games on TV, more people know about your school, and so we've seen what that place has done in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And then come back to Texas State, new school, hadn't had a winning season in I don't know how many years, and we were able to win 2 conference championships there, and then we went to the a play away from the national championship and got to the semifinals in 05. But to see what that did to the support of the university, and so many people, when I went to school there, you'd walk around campus and everyone had a Baylor shirt, A&M shirt, Texas shirt, and then you start winning football games, you walk on campus, everyone's wearing Texas State stuff.
Yeah.
And you watch that place grow and what they've done. UTSA, nobody knew who UTSA was. We walked around recruiting with our shirt. I remember had some guy in the airport ask me, where's UTSA? What is that?
UTSA?
Nobody knew about UTSA because they didn't have a football program in Texas. And then, to see what that's done to the university, the city of San Antonio, and you can see the similarities here. And now nobody knew, what UTRGV was. I remember we had, when I was in New Braunfels Canyon, we had a kid sign baseball here. And I remember half the people in school were like, where's that? UTRGV, because nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
So kind of in the same boat, but now that you see the names getting out there, people are learning about UTRGV because of football. But you're already seeing our admissions go up. For your freshman
Yeah.
admissions are already at all-time high.
It's crazy.
But we're sitting here exactly where we were at UTSA in 2010 with over 30,000 students, 16 Division I sports, but you just don't have football in Texas. So people don't really know about you. But now this is the going to be the final piece. So seeing what that can do to the university, the community, and for here to be the entire region. So it's just going to be a benefit for this entire region for a long time.
That's super.
That's super exciting. I mean, that's the excitement that that we're hearing all over. You know,
And you still
anywhere
have-
we go,
Yeah.
anywhere we go, we talk about. You know, they're talking about football right now.
Yeah.
And he's
You know.
still claiming he has 4 years of eligibility. So.
Well, I do. I can enter maybe a doctor's program. You know, and we can kind of figure that out. But the old arm isn't the same, man. Once you turn, once you get into your 40s,
Yeah.
it's just not the same. But I can try out, Coach. If you
Let's
maybe
go.
have an open
There's a
tryout
helmet right
there.
there. We got room outside. How long is this podcast? How long is this show?
The exclusive, Saddle Up exclusive.
We
We
should
should
go Tom
trying
minute
out.
40 outside right now. We
Yeah.
should really do that.
Hey, if we're on camera right now, and my foot's up to show everybody I don't have my 40 running
have
shoes
shoes.
on.
We got
Yeah.
some cleats next door.
Oh man,
We
wow.
got,
Yeah, I'm digging myself
I
a really
think-
deep hole right now.
I think just showing you run the 40 and
Would-
putting that on the show, I
would
think
blast would turn viral.
everybody
Yeah.
would know who
Okay.
UTRGV would be at that
Everybody,
moment.
everybody would see me pull a hamstring too. It'd be
Um,
great TV.
So, talk to, you kind of said nobody really knows who UTRGV is, right? And you were part of getting that message out. When you're talking to a kid that doesn't really know where the valley is, right? And the
Yeah.
great things that are going on. Kind of talk about what are you emphasizing when you're in that living room with that possible recruit? Like, what are you really,
Having
talking
dinner,
about?
holding babies,
Yeah,
yeah, and that was the biggest thing because again, we get it. We've been down here.
Of course.
And same thing with the coaches. Recruiting these guys, just come down here.
yeah.
Just trust me, come
That's
down
right.
here.
That's
And once they get
great
down here
point.
and realize it's not little border communities, it's a metroplex down here. And you've
Mm-hmm.
got everything you have in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, and all the amenities, whether it's restaurant stores. I mean, you got hunting, fishing, you got the beach right there. Like it's beautiful and really, that sold them. And same thing with the recruits once we got them down here. And then, not only to see what we're building and look at the plan, like there's stuff going up, there's our practice fields, here's our stadium, here's all this stuff that it's going to be one of the tops in the nation. And then everything you have to offer in the real Grand Valley, when you're competing against schools like, SFA but the Valley's different than Nacogdoches, the Valley's
Yeah.
different than Stephenville, the Valley's
Exactly.
different than,
Yeah.
so there's so much more to offer, in your daily life down here. So it was really just a matter of just getting them down here. And that was,
Yeah,
once
get
they
'em
got
down.
down here on visits, I mean, it was just commitment after
So,
commitment.
yeah.
They loved it.
It sells itself, right?
Yeah, it definitely does, man. And you're a great recruiter. I mean, the way that I heard you talk about the Valley right now, I think I'm gonna go put on those cleats and try out for you. For you. I mean, it's just in you,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
it goes back to again the being from here and the passion that
Yeah.
the commitment and that's the biggest deal is there's a passion about the Valley, there's a passion about South Texas and just that commitment to want to do it right, do the best we can.
Yeah. So we came in a little early, and we actually, caught the whole football staff.
Yeah.
Having a meeting, and we're like, "Whoa, man! Should we have come in? I don't know, man." It's like, is your staff complete right now? Or are you
Coaching
still-
wise, so we're allowed 10 assistants in Division I. So we got the full coaching staff in. Got an operations director with John. We just hired a equipment manager, couple maybe last month, and so we're working on. So now we still got some off the field roles. I think street coach. We just posted street coach job today, so that's out there, and then video, and then your assistants. A few more assistants after that, but we'll be. It started with one last December. There was me and John for a while.
That's right.
Two
Yeah,
of us,
we
and now
had John on the show.
We had John on right after he got
Yeah.
hired, and he was talking about y'all were living together, and
we live in an apartment together. Yeah, it's been.
And I think he got married around that time, and I believe we were married, but we never got an invite. I mean, we were invited verbally, but we never got the invite.
Yeah, he's kind of shady like that.
And he never disclosed the location
He never
or
did.
the time.
No.
So
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Shady
Shout out
John,
to
man. Shout out to John.
I was there though.
We love John. Thanks for
It
enjoying.
was a really nice wedding.
Thanks for.
We were there in
Feel a
spirit.
little pain, sharp pain right here in my back. Oh man.
So on a day off, I mean, you're in this,
that?
you're in the trenches.
Coach, we may not have a day off during these
No,
times,
but,
let's say that little.
On that little time where you
little
can
box of
step
time,
away and
yeah.
you're like, let me have time for myself, for my family. What is it? What do you like to do down here? Like, what is Coach Bush doing? Going to the movies? Where do you like to eat?
Fishing.
You know?
What are your hobbies?
Yeah, we love fishing. Obviously, growing up there in Corpus, a great point.
Yeah.
Fished a lot. Beach guy growing up in South Padre and then in Corpus as well. So, never with my father being a coach too, so never really got into hunting because it was always during the football season and stuff like that. But we always fished a lot growing up. Golf is something you can still do. Still, my dad's 75. We can still go out and play golf. So we'll do that whenever we can. And youngest is on the golf team right now, so he's still finishing up school up in Bernie. So so most of my time right now is going back and forth.
You're transient
to go back to watch all his football games last fall, and we'll do the same this fall. And then till the family tradition or the transition finally gets them down here. But a lot of back and forth right now.
Yeah. What's your? I have to ask. You brought up golf. What's your best score?
Every day is a different day.
What do you?
70s before.
It's your best 18, man. Really? 70s?
75, 74. And
yeah.
Next day maybe 95, 94.
We can't play with Coach.
Wait a second.
It depends what day.
Wait a second. He just said his bad day was 94, 95.
That's
Wow.
your good day.
Well, that's like my most excellent, like best, like once in a lifetime type of day. Yeah. We went.
Every day is different.
Yeah, we had
Every hole's different.
Every hole is different.
We had a golf athlete on. She pioneered the golf.
Gloria.
Gloria Arizmendi. She pioneered golf here back in the '90s, and
she was on the inaugural team. She didn't pioneer golf.
That's right. She didn't pioneer golf. Yeah, edit that out, please. Yeah, I'm telling false stories. But we went out one time. We went out to the range during our college days, and I think we hit the only tree in the area, and the tree was behind me.
That takes talent.
It was behind me.
And the tree
How
was
does
like,
that happen, Coach?
The tree was like that big around. Like it was insane. Like you had to be talented or no talent whatsoever to hit that.
So we talked about food a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We want to have fun here because we're kind of dwindling down on time.
Yeah.
But where's your favorite place to eat, Coach? If you have a recruit down or somebody coming down, you go, hey, take your family here. You need to go try out this restaurant.
Yeah, well, recruiting, what we try to do, because again, going back to people's perception, they think all we have is Mexican food down here. Which we'd have the best Mexican food, but we try to take them to places that would show them, hey, we have food just like you do in Houston and San Antonio. The friend of ours that owns a couple restaurants, Larry Delgado, we would take them to House Wine or Salt, those guys. So those are great flavors. Really professional chef.
Yes.
Different, eclectic plates that you have other places.
That's right.
And we'd go to 492 Barbecue and get those fajitas too on Saturdays and get the barbecue
right next to
That's
Cinnaholics.
That's the spot. It's Mexican food. Why I know every time we have a all coaches meeting, our staff goes to Zamora's for breakfast tacos.
They were there this morning when we walked in?
No, later. And our staff,
We weren't.
not today.
We weren't invited in. We weren't invited for the second time.
For the second time.
Wedding
Keep
invitation,
getting invited.
taco invitation in the morning. Well, Coach, man, that's awesome.
But
You
a lot of great places here,
Yeah.
food wise. But I think Costa Mesa, Coco is one of my favorites. Those are good
Coco's
spots.
is good.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Now
we're
we're-
learning a lot about Coach Bush. We're learning a lot about how many things we have not been invited to.
Yeah.
How many things that But Coach, we really appreciate your passion, the time that you're putting in. Obviously, we really appreciate, and I think that we, as football fans, basketball UTRGV fans, we are excited to have a person like you. And what and I'm gonna just kind of total transparent. I mean, we meet a lot of people, right? We in different titles, different settings, and you are very approachable. You're just a genuine human being that obviously we know is going to do an absolute terrific,
Wish you all the
fantastic
best.
job here.
Me
But
too.
but what's awesome is that we can go up to you and say hello to you, man, and you're that guy, you know. You're that dude. You're full of knowledge. You're going to be you are our head football coach for our inaugural football team, and just to be the person that you are, man, it's awesome to have you here.
I appreciate it.
They did a great job. I mean, who was in charge of hiring?
I think it was Chase.
We need to give a shout out to Chase.
Give a shout out to
can't.
Chase.
Yeah,
those
we can't
guys,
forget that.
those two, Chase and Dr. Bailey, those are just studs. And,
Yeah.
and honestly, when I first, in our interview process, it didn't take long. I mean, it was 30 minutes interview. I could tell I wanted to work for Chase Gong.
Yeah.
When I met Dr. Bailey, I want to work for that dude. Like, those guys get it. Their passion, their commitment is the whole reason, hey, this we're even here. This is a possibility, but they're doing it the way they're doing it. And and not just for us, for every sport. Their commitment to every sport's getting new facilities. Really, it's football was the final piece, but it's not just about football. It's about the entire university and growing our athletic department and growing the university and growing this region. I mean, it's going to be just can't wait to look back. Hopefully, I'm retired on South Padre Island sometime, and can look back and look at UTRGV as a big time program and say, hey, we were on the ground floor.
That's part of it. You started it.
Kind of similar, there's still that pride when you see UTSA and things like that and what they're doing. Like, hey, we were there. We didn't have a locker room. We didn't have a stadium. We didn't have anything, and then people don't remember that. But to be a piece of that is pretty cool. You can't take that away.
And then the stadium that y'all are going to be playing at is beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're doing renovations. We were there.
Well, and then, how about the Vackers? I mean, with
We got-
people like that down here, and I mean, that's in the stadium's one piece, but what they've done for the university and their passion
business
for
school,
education and kids, and their passion for this region and this school in general. I mean, that's just so inspiring to see that and see people give like that to for the success of somebody else.
Yeah.
What are you hearing in the community? Like, you do a lot of PR, right? You go to Lions Club breakfasts and you talk to mayors and what are you hearing? What are you hearing from the community? How excited are they about 2025?
Yeah, they just can't wait. Everyone they can't wait. When's the first game? Who we playing? What conference you gonna be in?
What's the schedule?
Yeah. So and just the season tickets keep piling up. We got over 3,000 season tickets sold. Heck, for a while we didn't even know where we're playing yet.
Yeah.
But just that just the excitement, the passion, the commitment. I mean, it's just all across the valley. You get to the other side of obviously we'll play a game in Brownsville, but you get over there in Harlingen and Brownsville. Everyone's excited. And they've just been waiting for this for so long, and they got 525 more days to wait. But
Look at that, man.
But it's still
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. 5:25.
But they
8 hours, 52 minutes, and 37 seconds. The first game, right, Coach?
That ball will be kicked off.
Yep, that ball we kicked off. Wow.
That is insane. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be. We already have we reserved our season tickets.
Yep.
All right.
The only thing though is that it's an ask now. Okay, so can we get, and maybe you can have a little bit of an influence, but we're not asking officially. We're not asking, but just in case, when a suite comes up, can we get our own saddle up suite at the stadium?
That's Jonah's department. You'll have to talk to Jonah.
All right. All right. Jonah just did this. All right. Little Johnny Manziel. Okay, I see where we're at.
Sideline pass. I can have a little guy there. I can take you
We
there.
got gift cards, Jonah.
Let him worry about the suite. I'll take a sideline.
Yeah.
He can go sit in the suite by himself.
Well,
So
yeah.
let's finish up the
Yep.
this and that questions. What we do with our guests, we ask them, or G asks them a series of questions real quick. G?
Yeah. I wasn't ready for this and that, Matt.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a live, kind of a live situation. This and that is more of like on the Zoom podcast, but you know what? I mean, I do have a really good question to end with.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
don't have a this or that, but I have a really good one that's just been brewing inside me.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm the quarterback, okay? Just picture this. I'm the quarterback for this team. Coach, you're coaching me. All right? We're down. We're not doing very well. All right? We're going to halftime. What are you telling me as a QB that didn't have a good half?
Where's your backup, man? Who else we got? Go get your backup ready, man.
And that concludes our show for today. Coach Bush, you're the best, man.
Oh my God,
your passion, your humor.
Dude, you got benched on your own podcast.
That's one heck of a way to finish the podcast.
Goes back to that 40 times.
Dude, we're 525 days away from you getting benched.
I should train. Hey, I got plenty of time to train, man.
Oh my God. You got benched on your own podcast.
we really
I was hoping for an inspiring speech.
I was waiting for one too, but that's even better. Like that put him in his place forever, dude.
Oh man!
I will.
It'll forever be on camera.
Oh my
so
God!
we're good.
That whole clip is gonna start the show.
Yeah,
that's
thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. But
and you're appreciative that he just benched you.
And I am 100% that he even looked my way. You know.
You were waiting for the Rudy speech. Like,
I was.
the Gipper. Oh
he
my
looked
God!
around and said, "Hey, coaches, do we have anybody else?"
Looking around. Oh my God!
Coach Bush, I totally appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Saddle Up appreciates it, and thank you for everything that you
Appreciate
do.
you.
And you're welcome back anytime.
Yes,
we would love to have you again. And yeah. Thank you so much for what you're doing with the community, what you're doing with the university, but who you are as a person and what Thank you.
Yeah, everything you embody, man. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah,
and
thank
giving
you
us your
guys,
time.
man. Fire
Yeah.
up.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and thank you for
We'll
that.
do it again.
Thank you for that halftime speech.
All right, till
Bees
next
up,
week, guys.
baby.
Bees up.
Like we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. Like something happened.